here again for another video. Today we're going to be talking about West of Zanzibar, the 1928 thriller by Todd Browning, starring the one and only Lon Chaney. Now, this is one of the weirdest, wildest, just absurd movies to ever come out of Hollywood. I mean, it's a revenge film. It's one of the craziest revenge films you'll ever see. It's sadistic, it's brutal, and it's only 65 minutes long, so you can't really beat that. You know, it's got a wonderful performance from Lon Chaney. He plays a crippled former magician who finds himself west of Zanzibar, and basically the entire movie is a revenge plot to get back at Crane, played by Lionel Barrymore, who crippled him early on in the film because he was having an affair with Lon Chaney's wife. Now, there is another subplot in which Crane and Lon Chaney's wife have a daughter that is stolen by Lon Chaney, who is the magician named Froso, although they do call him Deadlegs toward the end of the movie. He steals the daughter and basically raises her in a whorehouse in Zanzibar because he is using this as the ultimate revenge against the man who stole his wife, who eventually dies, and took his ability to walk. So, basically you've got this whole movie in which Lon Chaney is trying to force these tribes in Africa to steal ivory from an ivory trader who happens to be Lionel Barrymore, and in this big elaborate scheme just to get Lionel Barrymore to come visit him and find his daughter in this horrible state. And then the movie goes into some twists and shocks that are really wild. You definitely see that this is one of those movies that the Hays Code Office probably looked at and was like, we need to put a stop to stuff like this. Because, like, if this movie was made today, it would be brutal. It would be so brutal. You know, it's pretty amazing that it ever got made at all. But it's a Todd Browning film, and we're talking about the same guy who made Freaks. He made The Unknown with Lon Chaney, which is another weird, sadistic, wild, I cannot believe they made this movie. Now, the print that I have of West of Zanzibar is terrible. But it is the only print that's available. It's on the Warner Archives, made on delivery. You know, they're burned discs. They're not real, actually printed discs. But that doesn't matter. The surviving copy of West of Zanzibar is just scratchy. It's dark. It's hard to see, but that's all you have. So you just have to enjoy it for what it is. And what it is an incredible vehicle for the great Lon Chaney. I mean, he plays the vast majority of the movie without the ability to walk, so he's dragging himself by his legs. It's physical acting at its peak. But we're talking about Lon Chaney here. This guy, this is what he did. This was his third to last film. It is the second to last film that's available. And it was the second to last film that he did with Todd Browning. Of course, had a partnership. They had a partnership that spanned the entirety of the 20s and just birthed tons and tons of great movies like The Blackbird, The Unknown, Where East is East, and so on and so forth. And plenty of them that are lost, including the most famous lost film of all time, which I would say, which is London After Midnight. We've all seen it. We've all seen the clips of him as the vampire with the pointed teeth and the top hat. You know, even though we have read review after review after review from the time that said the movie was pretty awful, it doesn't matter. It's a Lon Chaney, Todd Browning movie that doesn't exist anymore. And it's one of many, because there's also one called The Big City that came out right before West of Zanzibar that is also lost and was supposedly more of like a gangster picture, which would have been great to see more of that kind of stuff with Lon Chaney. But anyway, West of Zanzibar, 1928. Great Lon Chaney movie. It's only 65 minutes long. It's really worth your time. You should also check out the 1932 remake, Congo, with a K, starring Walter Houston in the Lon Chaney role. really the only thing that they did is updated it for sound and changed the actors. The rest of the actors in the movie are, I mean, there are subplots with the daughter, and there's a, you know, love interest and all that, but it doesn't really matter. None of that really matters. What truly matters is this is a Lon Chaney movie, and Lon Chaney eats up the screen. So check it out, and check out my channel. Click the subscribe button, because we're going to be doing a lot more videos like this. Going to be checking out lots of silent movies, talking about all kinds of stuff, Nitrate. So click subscribe, and we'll see you next time.